Hello folks, coming back once again with another video. I just recently had a problem with my dryer at the house, and so I've already ahead of time already gone ahead and taken all the parts off, and I'm going to explain exactly what was going on. Basically folks, if you've ever had this problem with your dryer, you'll know like either like the thermal fuse or the heating element goes out on it or something of that nature. So when my daughter told me that the dryer's not working, I said, well, it might just be the breaker box. So I came to the breaker box, checked the breaker box, the one for that one. This is the one for that. I came there, flicked it off, flicked it back on, hit the on and off switch that was right there. Made sure that the prongs on the back were securely in the socket and touching. You have to make sure that they're touching, because if they're not touching, then that could be a problem as well. Well, I did all of that. I did the basic checks and everything. And so I always usually like to Google stuff. So it said it could possibly be one or two things. Either your thermal fuse is bad, the on and off switch, which I've already taken out and took to the local appliance store and had tested. It's still good, so this is not the culprit. This was not the culprit. The culprit, folks, believe it or not, was the actual thermal fuse. This is the new thermal fuse that I just purchased right now. And this is the old thermal fuse that I took with me so that they could match it up for me. So I can get it out the bag. Here's the old thermal fuse. That's the old one. And here's the new one. And I think at the local appliance store I went to, I paid $17.48. Now, of course, folks, you might say, well, I could have went to eBay. I could have went to Amazon. But, when you need to do clothes, dry clothes, wash clothes, you can't wait for a part to come in like a day later or a week later. Then it may be out of stock, and then you got to go find it. So I just said, well, hey, I may pay a little extra money for the part and then just put it in myself. So basically, I've already taken it apart, disassembled it. Here's like the little schematic map they always put in like the appliances so you can look at it if you're like an electrician or something like this. Basically, all you need is like just a basic handy screwdriver type tool such as that you put like the Phillips or the flathead in. And believe it or not, people, for all you that do handyman type work at the house, you know that this particular socket right here, this end, fits all these screws right here easily with no problem. So see, they go like right in there with no problem. If I can get one in there. So see, you can see, hold on one second. You can see that they actually fit it. They fit in there with no problem. So that was easy. So it's not a lot of special tools or anything you basically have to do this type of work. And you get in here and I'm going to show you the back side of it right quick. Okay, right here, folks. This is where the on and off switch is going to go. It goes right there. Here's the connector ends for that. It's pretty basic, common sense how to like put it back together. Just see those right there. And then the back panel, the panel that I took off, that panel goes right here. It covers that up so, you don't electrocute yourself or have any shocks or anything like that. And then down here, if you see where I've already disconnected it, where it's got just the two wires, the green one and the blue one. That's where the thermal fuse goes right there. And the purpose of the thermal fuse, from my understanding, is it keeps your dryer from burning out, like catching fire. It's like a little safety device. It helps keep it from catching on fire and you know, having further problems. So I've already gone ahead, and as you can see, I've cleaned it up real good, got out all the dust the best way I possibly could and everything. Here's the back panel right here. Got it all nice and clean. So what I'll go ahead and do, I'll go ahead and put in the new thermal fuse, put back in the on and off switch, and then see what happens then. And the people that I went to, they were real nice, real good about helping me. They do testing for free. So that's a good thing. You don't have to go in there and second guess whether or not it's a good part or not. So I took both this on and off switch, and I took the old thermal fuse in there, and the guy, he tested both of them, and he told me that this is still good, but this was bad. And I actually saw him do it. It wasn't a beep or didn't show any voltage going through this one, but showed the proper voltage going through the on and off switch. So I said, well, I'll give it a heck. I'll buy the thermal fuse, buy a new one, come back home, put it in, and see what happens. So in the next video, I'll show you exactly what happens.